What's good everyone, Desktops Gaming here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm pretty excited because the toaster PC or baby PC hits its final form with what's in this box today, so let's dive into it. A few videos back, we actually completed or brought back the toaster PC with once we finally got the 3060 in stock there, that tiny 3060 we got over from EVGA. So I wanted to turn this back into my living room gaming PC. That was going fine, but like I said, the main issue I'm having with it right now is besides the cooler that's on it now does great. It handles that 3600 no problem. It's not a super high wattage TDP part, so it doesn't need a ton of cooling to run really well and boost pretty high. The only issue is, since it's in my living room and everything else gets pretty quiet, while you're sitting there maybe watching something on it or gaming, the fan noise does ramp up a little bit, so I wanted something a little quieter. The Nouvolo Steck does have an option for an AIO mount. So that's what we'll be doing today with what's in this box. So let's jump into opening this guy up here. All right, then inside this guy here, we got the EVGA AIO 240 D-RGB edition. So we needed a kind of a pump mount here that had flexible tubing and was a little bit shorter. I didn't have a 240 on hand that would fit it in height. If you guys remember from the original video of putting that together, like I said, I would have went ahead and installed it, but I didn't have one that would fit it. So ordered one where we could get that going today. This will be a little bit quieter than running the air cooler there, since we could run this on water. Would naturally be a little more temp savvy too, because like I said, it would take longer to fully saturate a 240 like this, and we would have some more ventilation out of the case, because as you guys saw, if you watched the first video on this, you want to see how this went together, I'll put it up here in the top. The only fan that's in this is on the graphics card and then the cooler on the CPU. So having this 240 as an exhaust will definitely help pull air through the case and get it out of the case, no problem. And it's pretty open under my entertainment center, so I don't think thermals will be an issue under there as far as getting air out or getting more air in. Should be a big problem. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and convert it over today because this kit can do that. We'll go and pull up all of the pieces here. So it has a mounting rail like this that the cooler and everything will attach to. We have the actual stack, what Nouvolo calls it for their stacks. That's actually the stack. This is what goes on to house those. And then since we can put the glass on now, we'll be going glass in the front, so you'll be able to see the RAM and cooler lighting up, since there's some RGB there. So it'll be nice to have a little more glow underneath the entertainment center, and it's easier to know when it's on that way, because you normally put the PC to sleep when not in use. So we're gonna go ahead and convert this over today. So let's go and jump into that, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's done and see how it's running. Let's go and jump into that. Let's go and start unboxing the cooler here. Taking it out of the box. Couldn't figure out how. From the front, there we go, I'm dumb. There we are. Yeah, so we got the manual here, we're gonna set that out to the side. Let's see. Our fans individually wrapped here. Looks like mounting brackets. All right, then we have the actual pump and AIO assembly here. Let's slide all this off. Not as satisfying as a peel. And then we'll go ahead and take this off. That's interesting, EK. They have a seal on it that says, if broken, please check contents. You have to pretty much break the sticker, I guess, to get this off, so you don't know if it's secondhand or not. That's cool, I guess. It's cool. Get that off there. Throw all that trash to the side. Looks like we have some pre-applied thermal paste on the cooler there too, on the block. And I thought these blocks looked pretty neat. Just the all clear plastic there. We'll save the little peel there for the little foil there cover for the end. We'll try to keep that on and not get our hands in thermal paste. Anything else in here we need? Doesn't look like it. We're gonna set this to the side. And we'll start getting the case ready to be converted over. We've got to get that original cooler off. We got our trusty screwdriver here. We'll go ahead and take the original cooler off, clean it up a little bit, get it ready for its new thermal paste application. The kit converts over here pretty easily. There are just 2 screws at the top of the case here that we'll have to change around, and then on each side here. So I believe these plates lift off. And then as far as the stack goes, like I said, it'll just have on the bottom side here, there's tabs on each side. And then that'll mount to the inside of the case. And then we'll have, I believe, 2 more screws on either side down and through. And then the actual mount for this will sit on the inside here. So everything will be kind of pushing up and out this way. So we'll mount our AIO to that in just a sec and drop everything in place because the pump needs to come down and through anyway. So we'll get that lined up. We'll go ahead and get these screws off here. All right, so I'll go ahead and mount all this down and I'll come back with you guys once we have it hooked up. We made some progress here. I'm gonna come grab you guys real quick where I can kind of show you how this thing sets up. It's actually a pretty cool mounting system EK has developed here. So let me come grab you guys real quick. So inside here, we've taken the other mounting brackets off. So the way EK's works is pretty neat. Like we just have screws here that thread into it. It's a very long screw there. And then they have these little springs that'll sit down in it. And then it's a spring retention system that has this little nut here that will go over it in place once we have the cooler installed. So we already went and attached the fans here to the radiator, and then went and put the mounting brackets on the pump itself. So let me get this on real quick. Won't be doing a whole lot of talking. Like I said, got some stuff strung everywhere. Finally found all the screws to all the stack. So let me go ahead and get everything put together, and I'll come back with you guys and we'll talk about thermals. After consulting with the online manual and everything, I think I oriented my case the wrong way, but we still managed to get it to fit. That's what I believe. You're supposed to have this flipped the other direction where it has more room for the piping to come out down here, but like I said, still got everything to fit in there just fine. Like I said, it's not obstructing the fans up here or anything. They're still spinning freely. Tubing's not hitting those. It's kind of sitting in between the side here, and the panel will still go on. So all right, let me finish cable managing everything, and we'll come back and I'll show you what the lighting looks like, and we'll do some thermal testing. And it is complete. Looks like I got the glass front panel back on there. Need to get some smudges off of it, but overall, looking pretty good. Looks like I got the EK block installed and tried to run cables best I could out of the way. Actually thought I came up with something pretty inventive around on the other side here. Pump this panel off where the card is. Looks like I want to keep this one aired, obviously, but use a little clip there to hold all the cables back. Actually works pretty well. Let's set that back on here. So we've had Cinebench running here for a bit too. Clip it back in place. And I think it looks pretty mean like that. Get it to focus. There we are. Looks pretty mean. And then like I said, we've had Cinebench running here, and it seems we've kind of tended it to level out. Get you guys in here where we can see it about 74C. Like I said, this has been running for about 15 minutes now, and it's kind of stabilized there. Take a look at the clock's performance real quick. Just got a little wireless keyboard hooked up here, so I'm gonna move that over. And then we'll go this down. Where are the clock speeds? Just go full screen with it. And that's at 3.9. So that's it, holding pretty good there. That's just with the PBO enabled. We could probably go a little higher. That says we've got some thermal headroom there. All right, and that about wraps up the thermal testing. Let's get back and take a look at this thing. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the overview there of the EK AIO. It seems to be holding out just fine. I like the lighting effect. I like the block lights up now. It's nice to be able to finally use the glass front panel here. That's very cool. Like I said, we'll have to go in and play with the lighting effects a little bit, just kind of have it set to blue and the RAM's doing its own thing. So I don't even believe I have the RGB software installed on this PC. So we'll have to get into that, but this will definitely look really cool sitting in the entertainment center. Stay on the lookout for part 2 of our living room over upgrade. Like so I need to throw some more games on this. I believe the girlfriend's gonna be doing their sim stuff on this too, but we're playing some stuff in the living room. I might even use this for some emulation in the living room. That'll be pretty cool. Like so definitely plenty of power here to do all that. So it looks like we're still holding pretty steady at 73.8, 74C. So like I said, definitely cooling it just fine, just having it exhausting here, and then pulling in from mainly the back panel. So been pretty good there. Like I said, I'll port back with you guys if that changes at all. But like I said, this AIO is whisper quiet, as you can hear. I can probably hear my AC more than you do that. But I definitely can't wait to get this back onto the entertainment center and be on the lookout for part 2 of our living room makeover. All right, guys, that about wraps it up today. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Take it easy.